Hey guys, I'm FatBuddyCat, and this is a wicked little mini bike. Today, we're going for roller status on this Coleman CT100U project. I have the wheels, the fork, handlebars, seat, foot pegs, brakes. We're going to do everything except for the engine, the chain, and the clutch. I'm going to start with the fork, and then we'll move to the rear. This should just slide back on. I'll probably loosen up the bottom clamp, push it down a little bit, and then once I have the front wheel and basically the front wheel installed, then I can square it all up. I have my neck bolt tight and the clamps are still loose. Now I'm going to remove the fender so that it matches the rear. I busted out my trusty cooler so that I could jack things up and make it easier on myself. I'm now going to install the back wheel and the brakes. Don't worry, I placed a towel underneath the frame, that way I don't ming things up. If I do, so what? I'm gonna ride it anyway. This ain't a show bike, this is a go bike, baby. Yep, everything went on just the same as before. Nice and centered. And I'm just barely rubbing on my pads. That might loosen up a little bit more once we have the lever on the handlebars and we pump it a few times. I think we can do that front wheel now and get the cooler out of the situation. Front wheel's on, axle's tight. I'll now put the mini bike on the ground and I'll compress the forks a couple times. After that, I'll tighten my clamps back up. Once all of the bolts are tight, you should be able to stand directly over the fork, and when you press down evenly, you shouldn't have any binding from either one of those fork tubes. We're good here. Well, things were looking up. I got the handlebars on all right. I started working my lever, and lo and behold, I've been had by the brake line. It's not the end of the world. We'll touch it up at the end. There's going to be some zip ties and things around here, so chances are it would have happened in the future anyway. We'll just keep it moving. I'll get the mini bike back down on the ground one more time so that I can stand over it or sit on the frame and tighten up the risers and the brake lever when I have them right where I want them. It made more sense to just place the seat on top of the frame, and then I sat on top of the seat. That way, I knew these were perfect. I get the mini bike back up on the workbench, and I'll install the seat for reals. I'm using a set of extension brackets that I made. These move the factory seat back 1.5 inches. All bolt on. This modification really improves the ergonomics of this little mini bike. It looks super clean and it retains full use of the rear handle. Next, I'm going to go ahead and install a set of those 1PZ foot pegs. These work great, but why stop there? I just finish things off with a custom number plate. That way, when we take a few steps back, we can say, now that is what a mini bike is supposed to look like. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.
I want you to smile.